Good morning, Your Honor. My honor to be here. This is a personal question about you. Are you going to reincarnate? If yes, will you reincarnate inside or out of PRC? Going forward, what are the things that we can do to help with the Tibetan situation as Chinese youth? And what's your greatest wish for the Chinese people? Thanks.
Regarding the institution of Dalai Lama, as early as 1969, I publicly, formally expressed Dalai Lama institution, whether should continue or not, up to Tibetan people. It's not important. See, some people feel Dalai Lama institution is something very important for Buddhism. No. There is no institution of Buddha, no institution of Lungsu Pusa. But their teaching, you see, carry their sort of the philosophy, their thinking. So these, so long these texts wrote by these masters there, and we study, and that's the way preserve. So not institution. So without Buddha's institution, without institution of Nagarjuna, Lungsu Pusa, they are teaching very much alive. So Dalai Lama institution, some sort of some occasion or some time, some period, you see it develop, but then we'll go. The Buddha Dharma, Buddhist teaching, in Tibet case, Tibetan Buddhist teaching, not depend on Dalai Lama institution. So in the past, the first Dalai Lama, second Dalai Lama, third Dalai Lama, wonderful. And the sixth Dalai Lama, quite naughty. I think compare sixth Dalai Lama, I much better. So there is no guarantee. In case you see 15th or 16th Dalai Lama become more naughty, no use. So the proper way for preservation of Buddhism in general, and particularly Nalanda tradition, which we kept, depend on study, scholars, good practitioner. Like, as I mentioned earlier, you see these Nalanda masters, they themselves, they're no longer, no institution of these individual masters, but their teaching still very much alive. So now here, I'm gladly to say to you, in India, about 10,000 monk students who study, and also nuns since the last few decades. I also start. The nuns also, you see, should start like equal way, like a monk. So now monk scholar, nun scholar, now already we have. And even you see children, student in our school, they also now study these certain sort of texts about logic, about sort of psychology of these things. So therefore, that's the proper way to preserve, not an institution. So whether this institution should continue or not, up to Tibetan people. And at the time of my death, I think they will decide. I have no concern. I prefer the few century old Dalai Lama institution better cease with great Dalai Lama, not disgraced Dalai Lama. So now, as I mentioned earlier, you see, we are not seeking independence. Our main concern is those knowledge which originally come from Nalanda. These knowledge, now something universally sort of relevant. So these, we now, for example, in India, over 10,000 student, monk student, also including some nun. Now, eventually, I wish, you see, in China proper, you see, we should develop some learning center and 20, 30 years study, irrespective of whether monk or lay people. That's different matter. But knowledge, so long Buddhist, you see, who want to know more about traditional Nalanda thought and should study. So I hope eventually, you see, create some learning center. In India, in Buddhagaya, you see, we try to create one center, a small sort of Buddhist temple here. So I want to, since few years, I want to create some kind of small learning center where Han people can join. And South India, you see, we need certain permission from concerned sort of officials, like that. So in any way, in China, I think, see, I think now time come, we create some learning center. We can provide proper teacher because of keeping in our mind these things. So we last few years, we as a special effort, some Tibetan monk scholar study Chinese language. So since 7th century, you see, we have some special connection. So, as I mentioned earlier, Han Sang Ta Tuanjie. Now, like that, through that concept, you see, we are very much willing to serve Chinese Buddhist, Chinese intellectuals. I very much wish here in India and also in America, in Europe, is constantly I have some serious discussion with scientists. So this kind of meeting, academic level sort of discussion, I want to have in China, in Peking, or some university. I really feel. Okay. Now my age, 84. What do you think? My face, judging my face, what do you think my age?
48.
Huh? What?
48.
Kasa. Ka. And then also you see my teeth, very good. The other day, you see, among the offering, some, according to some puja, some ritual, it's one very, very nice apple. So I don't care, you see, formality. So I took one and I eat, I bite. One way, you see, that apple, you see, looks very good. So I love apple. So, and then secondly, I want to show the public audience, 84-year-old person, teeth very good. So if we necessary with fight and bite, I teeth still very good. Yes. Next question.